have cancer. Wow. I'm so shy. But yeah, let's just do it. So I'm filming this a few days after I went for the biopsy. I got home that day and I just wasn't feeling like vlogging. I had just come back from the hospital and I had gone through the whole process and it was actually a lot. So before I continue, I'm gonna just give you a backstory of how come I went to get tested for cancer. So a few days before that, I had a sharp pain in my left breast. So I had to go to the hospital to meet, to find out what was wrong, what was causing the pain. And I went in, they ran some tests, did blood work, put me on an IV, they checked everything. They couldn't figure out what was wrong, so I had to get a mammogram. No, sorry, the ultrasound was first. So I had to get an ultrasound for them to see what was in there. They checked and they saw there was abnormalities in my breast and they couldn't figure out what was wrong because first of all, I'm only 26, so it wasn't normal to see all these kinds of mass. I don't know if they called mass. And checked to see if what they could tell from the ultrasound, but they couldn't tell much, so then they said I definitely needed to get a mammogram. A mammogram kind of sees more clearer than ultrasound, I guess, and so I was scheduled to get a mammogram. So yeah, I got the mammogram. They didn't like what they saw. They wanted a biopsy, and so that's when I went in for the biopsy. So on the biopsy day, I went in and they put me on, there was no IV, they gave me a local anesthesia just to make sure all the whole breast was numb, and then they cut in and got a few pieces of tissue just so they could go for testing and they could see what was happening. Okay, so they got tissue and then they tried to take pictures again to see if they got exactly with the part that they wanted to test, because not every part, I guess, would have been malignant, so they wanted to make sure they had the right strands of of tissue. And so they took pictures, they made sure I got the correct thing, they put in a marker inside, and then they told me to wait, that it was going to take about 3 working days to get my results back. That was the longest 3 days of my life. Well, it was meant to be only 3 days, but then the first 2 days were a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so I already knew that it would be about 5 days waiting to find out if I had cancer or not. Then I did find out eventually. It took a long time, more than 5 days, and I was going crazy. Had to call the hospital, find out what was going on, and eventually someone called me. I had a recording of this, but somehow the audio did not play out, so I was gonna add it to the video. But anyways, the lady, the doctor, she called and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but your test results came out malignant, so that means that you have tested positive for breast cancer." And I was like, what? I didn't really know how to feel, to be honest. I cried a little bit. My mom was with me, and we were shocked, because when I was going for the biopsy, we kind of figured, it's probably just benign, nothing to worry about. We'll just get a surgery, have it removed, and that'll be that. But then the lady called saying that I had cancer, talking about chemotherapy and radiation and surgery, and I was a bit overwhelmed. But I just had to push through. And so when I finally settled, it hit me hard. Like, the fact that I had breast cancer and my world was basically turned upside down overnight. I had so many questions. Chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, what does that mean? Do I lose my breast? Do I lose my hair? Do I not get to go back home soon? It just kind of hit me hard, and I didn't know what to say, what to do, how to react, or how to share this news with everyone, because it was still shocking to me. But then, I found a way to tell a few people here and there, siblings, family, friends, and everyone they were so supportive. They just said that it'll be fine, you're gonna fight this, we're gonna fight this together, we're gonna figure it out, there's no need to worry, you're strong. And I didn't want to hear that at the time, because I didn't want to be strong. I wanted to understand why this was happening and what this meant. But then I just knew that I needed to know what was going to happen next. I needed answers. And so eventually the doctor called back to schedule an appointment to meet an oncologist. So I figured that's where I'll get most of the answers from. So the diagnosis was ductal carcinoma, invasive ductal carcinoma grade 2. So grade 2 basically means that it's moderately growing. So there's grade 1, 2, and 3. 1 being the slowest, 3 being the fastest. So grade 2 is kind of like in the middle. So it's growing at a fast rate, but it's not terrible, I guess. I'm choosing to believe it's not terrible. So I went to the oncologist, and he told me that I have to do chemotherapy for 8 sessions with 2 weeks interval in each session. So that's making about 16 weeks. That's about 4 months. And then after that, I would have to have a mastectomy to remove my one breast, and be left with one breast. So I guess that's kind of where we're at. And then after that, radiation, then therapy for the whole next foreseeable future. So that's kind of where I am. That's the news I have. That's the update I have. Yes, I will be losing my hair. Yes, I will have to stay here for a while. Yes to almost every scary thought that I could ever have imagined when I was told that I had cancer. But so far, so good. We're finding out everything we need to know. We're learning. I'm positive that I will be able to fight this. I'm positive that I will have the support I need. I'm positive that no matter what happens, I will be okay. So I'm not worried, to be honest. It's kind of like a crazy journey that I know that I have to go on. Seeming as I have no choice. But slowly, steady. So I'm vlogging this just because I have so many people in my life that I know aren't here with me, that I wish were here with me. And I'm just putting this there to kind of share my experience, just so it means they can be with me through it all, and they can understand where I'm at, how I'm feeling, what's going on. And even on days when it feels like I'm alone, then I know that no, I'm not, because I have all of them all of you, I guess, with me through it. So I haven't started any treatment right now. All this is new to me. So today's what? Today's Friday, and I've been scheduled to be admitted into the hospital on Monday. That's basically means I have 3 days of freedom, well, 2 days of freedom before the fight starts. So that means I have my weekend to enjoy myself, play with my hair, eat good food. I don't know how my appetite's gonna be, but I'm hopeful that I will figure it out along the way and everything will work out the way it's meant to be. I don't know how long this video is, but I just wanted to share that because that's pretty much the whole story till now. I don't think there's anything else, but I mean, if there are any questions, I'll answer them in the comments. I'm still new to this whole vlogging thing. I'm trying to get comfortable, but it's tough. But I will figure it out just because I want to share. This is a part of my journey that I feel like a lot of people could learn from. I mean, I never thought at 26 I could get breast cancer or any kind of cancer or get sick. It was not in my vocabulary. But I find myself here now, and so I'm just gonna have fun with it, basically, because it's looking like a long journey, and documenting it is part of everything, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my very complicated, sad, confusing, amazing cancer story / journey that's about to begin. So see you.